Imagine this. A man stakes his entire fortune, like everything he has, his reputation too, on what sounds like an impossible bet to go around the world in just 80 days. I mean, what kind of person even does that? And maybe more importantly, what do they find besides just winning?
Well, for this deep dive, we're jumping right into Jules Verne's classic adventure around the world in 80 days.
Oh, Verne. Fantastic.
Yeah, and he's not just, a big name in European lit. He's actually the second most translated author globally.
Wow, no kidding.
Nope. It really says something about how much his imagination still connects with people.
That's incredible. So our mission today, then, is to really unpack what's going on in these excerpts, the core ideas, maybe some surprises.
Right. We want to look at how Verne uses this amazing race against time to explore things like time itself, honor, all the unexpected stuff that happens, and, maybe most importantly, how human connection changes things. We really want to give you the key insights, the best bits from this incredible story.
Okay, sounds good. So expect a pretty wild ride, right? Lots of close calls.
Oh, definitely. High speed, lots of incidents.
Yeah.
And great characters. You've got Phileas Fogg, who's Mr. Precision.
Right.
His loyal servant, Passepartout, maybe a bit bumbling sometimes.
Yeah.
Then there's the lovely Aouda, and, of course, Detective Fix, who's always just one step behind, convinced Fogg's a criminal.
Okay, so let's set the scene. The adventure kicks off, where else but the Reform Club in London.
Yep.
And we meet Phileas Fogg. You said precise. This guy's life runs like clockwork. Down to the second.
Exactly. Total routine.
Yeah.
Until this chat about a bank robbery somehow leads to Fogg just declaring...
Like the glue.
Pretty much. Declaring you can circle the globe in 80 days.
And the other club members, I assume, they're like, no way.
Oh, yeah. Especially this one guy, Sullivan. They basically call him out. Like, you're not thinking about the unexpected delays, the problems.
Right, the unforeseen obstacles.
Exactly. So the bet is made. £20,000, which was just a massive amount of money then.
Huge. And it's his reputation on the line, too.
Absolutely. That bet is really what sparks the whole adventure.
Now, what's really interesting, and the sources seem clear on this, is why Fogg does it. You'd think it's the cash, right? £20,000.
That's the obvious assumption.
But it seems like that's not really it for him.
Not primarily, no. For Fogg, it's pure honor, proving he can do it, proving his word.
Okay.
The fact that he ends up spending almost the entire $20,000 during the trip, well, that kind of proves the money wasn't the main goal.
That makes sense. It's the principle of the thing.
Exactly. And that principle pushes him through, just an incredible series of places. Suez, Bombay, Hong Kong, Yokohama.
Across the Pacific to San Francisco?
Yep. Then New York. And finally heading back towards England, landing in Liverpool.
And it's not just the changing scenery that keeps you hooked, right? It's the constant problems they run into.
Oh, constantly. Verne really plays with this idea of time. Sometimes it helps them. Sometimes it's their biggest enemy.
Missed connections, delays.
All sorts of things. But what's amazing is how they tackle it. You've got Fogg's, super logical brain, and then Passepartout's more, maybe, street smart approach.
Yeah.
Ingenuity.
Right. They work together, finding these clever, sometimes really creative solutions. It's not just we can solve anything, but how their different styles combine.
Definitely. And speaking of problems, that brings us to Detective Fix. He's a major obstacle.
Because he thinks Fogg robbed the bank back in London.
Precisely. He follows him across the world, convinced Fogg's guilty. His whole goal is to arrest him.
But he needs a warrant from England first.
Exactly. So he keeps trying to slow Fogg down, delay the journey, hoping that warrant will finally catch up.
So Fogg is traveling the world, trying to win this bet while also being suspected of being this gentleman robber.
Yeah. It adds this whole layer of suspense. Even Passepartout, at times, you see him kind of wondering about his master.
Does he know? Does he not know?
Right. It really makes the stakes feel higher than just a race against time.
Absolutely. So the whole story builds towards Fogg trying to beat the clock, overcome Fix, get back to London on time. And the ending, after all that, it's pretty dramatic, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Verne saves the biggest twist for last. They finally make it back to England. They're in Liverpool. So close.
Right on the doorstep, practically.
And what happens? Fix gets his warrant. Finally. And arrests Fogg.
No. After all that.
Throws him in jail. And Aouda and Passepartout are just devastated. They think it's all over. Their honorable Fogg treated like a common criminal.
Oh, that's brutal. How does Fogg react?
Well, outwardly, he's calm, checks his watch, Almost resigned, it seems.
Yeah.
But Passepartout feels terrible, thinking maybe he should have warned Fogg about Fix earlier.
They all think the deadline's passed. He's lost the bet.
Everyone thinks so.
Yeah.
Ruined, the wager lost, total despair.
And Fogg himself, does he crack?
He does. For the first time, really. He's genuinely depressed, locks himself away. He even tells Aouda he's sorry he can't provide for her now.
Wow. So they really believe it's Monday. They've arrived a day late.
They are absolutely convinced they're late. But then comes the twist.
Okay.
Aouda, in this moment of despair, basically proposes to Fogg. Tells him she wants to be with him, rich or poor.
Oh.
And he accepts. Joyfully. So Passepartout gets sent off to arrange the wedding for the next day, which they all think is Monday.
Okay, I feel something coming.
And here it is. Passepartout rushes out to find the clergyman, and Fanny, he discovers it's actually Sunday, not Monday.
No way.
Fogg, the master of calculation, forgot one crucial thing: the international dateline.
Ah, because they traveled eastward.
Exactly. By constantly traveling east, towards the rising sun, they effectively gained time relative to London. Each time zone they crossed going east shortened their days slightly compared to home.
So over the whole trip.
It added up. They gained a full 24 hours. Fogg counted 80 sunrises, but back in London, only 79 days had passed. His own super-accurate watch was actually fast for London time.
That is brilliant. Passepartout must have gone nuts.
Oh, completely. He races back, practically drags Fogg out of the house into a cab.
To the Reform Club.
Straight there. And Phileas Fogg walks into the saloon, calm as ever, just seconds before the deadline.
57th second, wasn't it?
Right at the 57th second, declares, "Here I am, gentlemen."
He wins! Incredible.
He wins the bet. But, as the sources point out, he spent nearly £19,000 getting there.
So the profit was tiny.
Barely anything, about £1,000 left over, which he then splits between Passepartout and, get this, Detective Fix.
He gave money to Fix, the guy who tried to stop him.
Yep. No hard feelings. Which, again, just underlines that for Fogg, it was about the victory, the honor, not the cash.
So when you look back at the whole journey, what did Fogg really gain? Because he started as this solitary, almost machine-like guy.
Right. Very closed off. But the journey completely transformed him. He realized how incredibly important human connections are.
Finding love with Aouda.
Exactly. And that deep loyalty and friendship with Passepartout, that understanding, that appreciation, the book tells us that was the real prize.
He even tells Aouda the winnings belong to her, right? Because if she hadn't proposed...
Passepartout wouldn't have gone for the clergyman, wouldn't have discovered the date error. It all connects.
It's quite a turnaround for him.
A massive change. He went around the world in 80 days. Used every kind of transport imaginable: steamers, trains, elephants, sledges.
Elephants, right.
Showing off his coolness, his precision.
Yeah.
But what did he really bring back that mattered?
Well...
Nothing, Verne says, except a charming woman who made him the happiest of men.
That really sums it up. So the true win wasn't the £20,000, which mostly vanished anyway. It was him changing as a person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Moving from being alone to valuing love, friendship, loyalty. That was his biggest gain, ultimately.
And the story really played with time, didn't it? How it could mess things up, but also how that when game day saved everything.
And it consistently showed Fogg driven by honor, not money.
Yeah.
And how both Fogg's logic and Passepartout's quick thinking were needed to get past all those hurdles.
So thinking about Fogg's big discovery, that happiness and connection were worth more than the money or the win itself. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you were to set out on your own meticulously planned journey through life, what unexpected rewards, what kinds of connections or happiness might you find along the way?